Alright, HadesOmega here. So I'm doing a little kind of like a ADV rider and kind of like a show and tell for my DR650 here. I get like some people that watch my videos and they're asking me what kind of a windscreen this is. And like, yeah, you know, most of the time people are looking at it like this, right? So you can't really tell what kind of windscreen it is. But this is the windscreen I use. This is actually the second one I've had for this bike because I lost the first one, and I'll show you how I keep from losing it. This is a National Cycle Deflector screen. You can get them for about like $50 used on eBay, and probably like and I think they cost about $100. But yeah, they're made by National Cycle. I've also seen another one called a Spitfire, and it's a very similar one. They come with two kinds of mounts. This kind of longish one here, and this is the one I use, and I actually have the other one too. The other ones are like some shorter plastic ones. Okay, so there it is. Like I said, that's what it looks like. It's the clear one. They have different color ones, and this one is missing the little gasket here. It kind of fell off in Baja, and I just never put it back on. So why do I like this windscreen? Well, you know what? I'll tell you this. Riding, if your helmet is kind of noisy, and my K-Berg Tormax is kind of noisy, it is great to have a windscreen. I tell you, I'm like the only one of the people that I know that like I carry the windscreen around, but yeah, it's great to have a windscreen when it's really cold or it's really windy. It helps kick that wind blast off your chest, and like I really like it. You know, helps take the wind blast off your chest, and it's awesome. It makes if your helmet is noisy, it makes it less noisy. So that's why I like it. So I gotta have it. I gotta have it if I do long stretches of highway, because it's just so loud, the bike. And you know, a lot of these dual sports, they have really these dual sports are really not the most aerodynamic thing on the road. I'll tell you that now. So that's why I opted to use a windscreen. I think it's a great idea if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna do a lot of slab or it's really windy or cold. It lets you know, brave the elements a little better. So I went with the National Cycle Deflector screen. Why? Because you can attach it to the handlebars. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. You can pretty much put it on any motorcycle, pretty much. Unless your fairing is like super huge, like the KLR, you can probably couldn't put it on the KLR. Or you probably could. I don't know if you had the stock one, but I have a big bolt-on one. So, but the beauty of this is it has a quick release feature. So right here, the two mounts here have like there's like a ball joint, so you can kind of move it around a little bit. It's pretty tight right now though. And there's these thumb screws. All you have to do is undo the thumb screws, and it comes right out. Also, you can adjust the rake too. So let's see here. Let me just loosen it a bit and see how I can move it up and down. I pretty much got it at the lowest setting, and it works great for me. And let's go take it out. All right, there it is. So took it out. It only took less than 30 seconds to get it off. Let's get these are the thumb screws right here. National Cycle USA. And yeah, so after that, you're left with kind of like this kind of picture. And you got these long things sticking out that hold it up there. And yeah, you know, if you do drop your bike off road, it may bend them and stuff. I've had it happen. I actually had this thing pop out of the ball joint right here in the back. So yeah, it's a fairly large screen. And so what I like to do, if you're doing a lot of off-road riding and you want to get maximum airflow to your chest, just take this off. It's kind of a bitch to do it, but and like I just stuff it on top of I used to just put it on top of a duffel bag, and I used the net. See that net right there? I use a bungee net to put it on, and then I just I put these in like a bag or in my pocket or something, so you don't want to lose those. You could just leave them on there, but yeah. Okay, so, and then, so to keep from losing it, I use this little IKEA bag that I got. It's a really, really cheap IKEA bag that I just put it in there. So let's do that. So I got this, and it has carabiners on it, no clips. And I'm gonna put the windscreen fits in there perfectly. It's hard to do with one hand. Okay, there it is. It's in there, and let me go zip it up. So normally this is on top of my duffel bag, but I'll just show you what it looks. Or I can just put it on top of my backpack on the rear rack. But normally I can just I'll just put it here on the back. Like if I was riding it like this, and it was like, let's say it's really hot or something, and then I'll just like I'll clip it to something, you know, like the rack here. So that way you absolutely will not lose it. It may fucking drag around, and you know, it may drag around and bounce around on your bike, but it will not fall off. So there you go. So you want to make sure you have big enough clips for carabiners. So there's that, and then I net it on. But yeah, there's no way you're gonna lose that. See, it'll be like bouncing around like that maybe. And then net it. All right, there it is. It's on there. It's reasonably secure. Kind of take a few minutes to get it in there, but I'd probably want to get a tighter net if I was just gonna not use it without the duffel bag. But normally I use this for, you know, adventure riding, so it'll be on the duffel bag. So yeah, it's on there. It's not going anywhere. And if it does manage to pop out of the net, it'll like I said, the clips will catch it. It's because it's in the bag. Before I just used to just kind of just plop it on top of the bag and I net it on there, and that's how I lost it. And strangely enough, I didn't lose it off-road. I think I lost it on the road somewhere. You know, I had just finished a very rocky section and it did not fall off, and then it fell off one after that. So go figure. But yeah, so ideally I would probably want to get or you could just bungee it on. If you like had a bungee like right here and then one right here, that would be good. Or you can tighten up the straps so it'll be tighter and put it on your rear rack, or put it wherever, you know, whatever you got on your bike to carry stuff. So yeah, that's my setup. Like I said, I don't normally have it on the rack like this. It'll be on top of a backpack or a duffel bag with the net. So there you go. That's HadesOmega's National Deflector windscreen. I love it. It's great to have a windscreen, you know, for them chilly days or if it's windy. And then it's very versatile. You can take it off. It is kind of annoying to take it off. It takes a few minutes. You got to get off the bike. It's kind of annoying. Ideally, oh man, I rode a FJR 1300 and it had an electric windscreen, and that thing was the shit, man. I'm telling you. Ideally, that's what I would want, an electric windscreen. Because that way you can raise and lower it, right? With the touch of a button. You wouldn't have to get off the bike or take anything off. But this is the next best thing, you know. Or I've seen some bikes, some adventure bikes have like a windscreen, like up here, and then there's like a little knob that you can use to adjust the height. That would be good too. I mean, it's just like, you know, if it's really hot, you want to get as much airflow to your body as you can. Especially if you're not moving fast, like in off-road situations. So it's good to have that, you know, that option rather than something bolted on. A lot of the DR650 windscreens bolt onto the fairing, the number plate here. So it's kind of annoying. I like this because you don't have to permanently modify your bike too. So yep, there it is. So that's HadesOmega's setup right there. I hope it helps people out, you know, in their choice of making a windscreen. I'm sure there's other brands out there that are just as good, but this is what I chose. All right, HadesOmega. All right, so I also wanted to add how to how you can install and adjust this windscreen. Like I said, I showed how to do the rake earlier. You just loosen these and you move them. This twists, and this can twist also. All you have to do is loosen these bolts down here, and then the whole thing will start moving on the handlebars. And you're kind of limited by like what's in the way. Like these ROX risers kind of get in the way. This the hand guards kind of get in the way. But there's a lot of adjustability on it, and also you can adjust the height too. You can move these bars up and down in here. So if I wanted to move it lower, I could, but I think it's fine the way it is right now. All right, HadesOmega out.